Alright, it's shoulder day, and in today's video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite shoulder workouts. Now, before I begin, I want you to make sure that you are using a weight that is in your sweet spot. One that's comfortable for you, one where you can get about 20 reps without failing. You don't want to use a weight that's too light because it's not going to rip apart those fibers in your muscles, but you also don't want a weight that's too heavy, otherwise it'll mess up your form and you won't have proper range of motion. So find a weight that's within your sweet spot and do a few practice reps to find that sweet spot before you dive into the workout. Let's start with lateral raises, but with a twist. I like to start with a heavy pair of dumbbells, usually about 25s or 30s, and do partials at the bottom. I raise them just until my arms are at about a 45-degree angle. Then I'll grab a lighter pair and go at a full range of motion. With these, we're going until the arms are parallel to the floor, so make sure you pick a weight where you can get at least 20 reps without failing. Then we finish with partials at the top. I'm going to grab the lightest to second lightest pair of dumbbells on the rack and flap my wings until I fly away. Now, if you go to the gym immediately after dropping off a bus of kids to school, I'm sorry about this one. Bus drivers are a simple but brutal workout for your shoulders. You're just going to sit in a chair or a bench, hold a plate out straight in front of you, and steer it to the left and to the right. Once to the left and once to the right counts as one rep. I often like to do century sets of these, just steering that heavy thing back and forth 100 times. Now don't get rid of that plate just yet because it's time to work on your front deltoids. You're just going to hold the plate in your lap and just scoop it up until it's in front of your face, like this. These are called plate raises. You can do these sitting or standing. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of machines. I like to use a lot of free weights or cables, but I'll make an exception for this one. Most gyms will have a machine with handlebars that can swivel depending on whether you want to work on your pecs or rear delts. We're going to hit the rear delts. Put the handlebars in the rear position, sit backwards on the seat, and try to keep your arms from falling off. I like to start with partials at the bottom and then do a full range of motion and then finish with partials at the top. You don't have to do it this way, it just makes it more challenging and really pumps more blood to those muscles. Now let's pick up a semi-light pair of dumbbells and do some around the worlds. This is one I highly recommend doing in supersets. To do the forward variation of around the worlds, you start by doing a side lateral and then you bring your arms straight out in front and then bring them back down to your side. So it almost looks like you're making forward circles with the dumbbells. Once you do 20 reps of those, you're going to do the backwards variation. You start by doing a front raise until your arms are straight out, parallel to the floor, and then you bring your arms out to each side, and then back down to the starting position. Repeat that 20 times. All right, lightning round. I'm going to show you 3 workouts with dumbbells that can easily be done in a superset. I'm going to lean forward, hinging at the hip until my body is parallel to the floor, keeping my back straight, and I'm going to do rear delts with a semi-light pair of dumbbells. Then I'm going to stand straight up and do side laterals, full range of motion. I showed you this one earlier. Then we'll finish with front raises. You hold the dumbbells in a neutral grip and just raise your arms up in front until they're parallel to the floor. Each one of these workouts is great on their own, but you can also go crazy and do 20 reps of one workout, then 20 reps of the next workout, and then 20 reps of the next workout as one set, and then just do 3 sets of those back to back to back with no resting in between. And that's exactly what I did. And that was shoulder day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow to show you some of my favorite back day workouts. So stay tuned, have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.